So, what's my number one advice for people who feel stuck and are not happy with their current situation? I just did a wonderful interview for this beautiful podcast. More information coming soon. And that was what she asked me. And I love this question because I'm very passionate about the answer. So I truly believe that we can rewrite our story. We are the ones holding the pen. We are the ones that are creating our story. So if we're not currently happy with our reality, we can change it. Now, I know I'm making it sound simplistic, and of course, there are things that you have to do, but remember that everything is a belief. So if you believe that it's going to be hard to change your reality, guess what? It's going to be hard to change your current reality. Again, everything is all about beliefs, okay? And so what I really want people to understand is that we can change our current reality. We can rewrite our story, because a lot of people believe, well, this is just the life that was given to me. There's nothing that I can do. This is the relationship that I have. This is the house that I have. This is the job that I have. Even though I can't stand my job, I can't stand my boss, I can't stand this, I can't stand that. You can change your reality. So my first step is always to write down exactly what is it that you would love from life. What would be your dream life? So what kind of house do you want to live in? What career do you want? Who are your clients? Where are you living? Are you living by the beach? Are you living in the mountains, by a lake, in a magical forest? Are you living in Europe? Every single detail, the more detailed, the better it is. Then what I recommend is that you read this every single night, and not just, read it like a robot and not feel anything, because the most important thing is to feel what it would feel like if that was your current reality. So that's how we attract, right? Then I would get into a state of gratitude. Be grateful of everything that you have in your life. And so every single night I say what I'm grateful for, right? And so at night, it's really important, I always talk about this in my videos, before you go to sleep, to do this right before you go to sleep, instead of scrolling on social media or listening to negative news or thinking about your problems, because that's where we plant the seeds for manifestation. So right before you go to sleep, you want to be very careful of everything that you're thinking about and envision the life that you dream of, the career that you dream of, the relationship that you dream of, the house that you dream of, everything. And then feel it so that you can have that vibration and you can attract it to you. Now, very important, something else that I mentioned that I think is really important for people to know is that in the spiritual metaphysical community, there is this belief that we always have to think positive, that we have to be perfect, that at all times we have to be happy. And if we're not, then we do this whole clear, cancel, delete. Oh my gosh, I'm not doing it right. I'm not thinking positive all the time. I'm thinking negative. It's called being human, okay? It is impossible to think positive thoughts 100% of the time. So get that out of your head. What I suggest is, if you're thinking something negative, then gently start thinking of something that feels good, as opposed to staying in that feeling of something that doesn't feel good. Just gently get out of that state. What's worse is getting into the vibration of shame and guilt and, oh my gosh, I'm never gonna get this, I'm a failure, I never get it together, I'm always doing it wrong. That's a lot worse than simply saying, oh, that was interesting that popped in my head. Okay, let me think this instead. So be gentle with yourself, be loving toward yourself, and remember, you get to create your reality, not somebody else. You are holding your pen. So what story do you want to write? What is it that you want from life? And believe, again, because it all comes down to beliefs. Believe that you can have it. Okay? I hope this helps. Ciao!